Today, we honor the life and legacy of Fred Hampton, the third child of Francis and Iberia Hampton and chairman of the Illinois division of the Black Panther Party, born on August 30th, 1948 in Argo, a suburb of Chicago. Fred's father, Francis, like most blacks from the South, moved to Chicago in the 1930s seeking employment and found work at the Corn Products Company in Argo. And guess who their neighbors were? Yep, Mamie and Emmett Till. Mamie's family, the Carthens, had moved to Chicago from Mississippi a few years earlier as part of the Great Migration, or the mass movement of African Americans from the South to northern cities. Between 1915 and 1940, 500,000 black Americans moved to Chicago, more than doubling the city's black population, and many of the black men worked at the Argo Corn Company, such as Emmett Till's father, Lewis. And Fred Hampton's mother, Iberia, would sometimes watch Emmett Till when he was a baby. This meant that Emmett's death had a profound effect on the Hamptons, contributing in part to Fred's activism. Here are some clips from some of his powerful speeches before his tragic death on December 4th, 1969, by the Chicago Police Department and FBI.
That we didn't talk about a Breakfast for Children program, we've got one. We're not going to tell you how many kids we intend to feed in Chicago. We're feeding 3,000 to 4,000 every week already, and I don't know how many all around the country. We're not talking about beginning to think about treating people free when they need medical services. We're opening a free health clinic in the city of Chicago in less than 3 weeks. These are the type of examples that people can relate to.
So what we're talking about is there has to be an educational program. That's very important. As a matter of fact, it's so important for us that a person has to go through 6 weeks of our political education before he can consider himself a member of the party, able to even run down ideology for the party. Why? Because if they don't have an education, then they're nowhere. You dig what I'm saying? They're nowhere because they don't even know why they're doing what they're doing.
Revolutionary and activist Fred Hampton was born on August 30th, 1948. He became chairman of the Black Panther Party's Illinois chapter at roughly 20 years old. He was called the Black Messiah and shot to death by the FBI at age 21. His speeches about solidarity influenced people to organize against racism and classism.
We're going to fight racism, not racism, but we're going to fight with solidarity. We said we're not going to fight capitalism with black capitalism, but we're going to fight it with socialism.
Hampton brought together political coalitions for equity and was listed as a radical threat by the FBI.
There are white people in the mother country that are for the same type of things that we are for stimulating revolution in the mother country. And we said that we work with anybody and form coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse used for capitalism, and we know that racism is a byproduct of capitalism. Everything would be all right if everything was put back in the hands of the people.
He taught political education classes, developed free lunch programs for students, and helped create medical clinics nationwide.
We have breakfast for children because we teach the people through practice, through observation and participation, that people can be fed free.